Welcome back. So some news coming out last night from Sprint Car Unlimited and Jeremy Elliott concerning the 55 car, the Vermeer Motorsports machine. This year was driven by Hunter Schuerenberg full-time on the World of Outlaws Tour, and things did not go very well for them in 2025. And now we find out that Schuerenberg has been let go from the team, and Tony Vermeer, the team owner, will be hiring Kerry Madsen as their full-time driver for next year. Of course, that comes with a little bit of a asterisk because Kerry Madsen has driven this car in the past as soon as, as early as this year. I mean, he ran the first half of the season in this car before he got the call for the Tony Stewart Racing 15 to fill in for Donnie Schatz when he was let go from that team after the Knoxville Nationals. Now, Kerry Madsen is 53 years old at this point in time. He is from St. Mary's, New South Wales, Australia, and of course, he is driving that Vermeer car going into 2026, a team that he has a lot of history with. He ran, as I mentioned, at the beginning of this year. He ran with them last year. He won a Knoxville Raceway Track Championship in 2004 or 2006, I believe. Tony Vermeer and Kerry Madsen, they do go back a long ways, and so not a shock here to see them continue to be together going into next season. But the big question mark is with this team is they will be back on a national tour next year, which is good, but what series will they be running? That was something that was not clarified. They do not know the series choice as of right now for this number 55 car. And what's also interesting is this car has ran both series over the last 2 years. Of course, last year they ran with Chris Windom on the Highland Racing Tour, and this year they ran the Outlaws with Hunter Schuerenberg. And both of those years did not go, I don't think, the way that they were hoping for. This year for Schuerenberg, 56 starts with the Outlaws, only one top 5 finish, 15 top 10s, and they ran 11th in the point standings. And then on the Highland Racing side of things, 2 years ago, I guess it'd be 1 year ago, with Chris Windom, they had 40 starts, 2 top 5s, 9 top 10s, and a 15th place in the point standings. So in 2 years of national touring competition, they had 3 combined top 5 finishes. So, I'm not sure what that could be. I'm sure there's a lot of people think it's the driver problem. Maybe some people think it's the crew chief problem, think it's a car problem. I'm not exactly sure what the problem is, but 3 top 5s in 2 years is certainly something they would like to improve on going into next year with Kerry Madsen. And what's interesting is if you looked at Kerry Madsen's stats from this season alone, he had almost the exact same amount of top 5s in very limited starts in that 55 car against the national touring competition. We'll get to that here in just a few moments. Kerry Madsen has not been on a national tour since 2015 when he ran 5th in the World of Outlaws point standings, driving a Canaric Racing number 29. Of course, that was the American Racing custom wheels or whatever it was, a very recognizable car. And after 2015, things did not go much longer after that. And Madsen was good that year. I think he had a couple wins, obviously top 5 in points. Kerry Madsen himself is more than likely going to be a Hall of Fame driver at some point in his career, not only for his accomplishments here in the USA, but in Australia as well. He's won a King's Royal. He's done a lot of great things here. He's won a Knoxville Track Championship. He's done a lot in his career, and I want to say is he top 25 in outlaw wins? He's pretty far up there in the outlaw win category as well. Kerry Madsen, I still think he can get the job done. He almost got the job done 2 times this year against the Outlaws in this car. Also in the article from Sprint Car Unlimited and Flow Racing's Kyle McFadden, they did mention this will be now a 1-car operation for 2026 as opposed to the 2-car team they ran this year for most of the season. Remember, Schuerenberg full-time on the Outlaws, and Madsen ran the first portion of the season before the 15-car called him, and he ran the rest of the Outlaw year. Also, this team will be moving their operations from the Knoxville, Iowa area out to Mifflintown, Pennsylvania, which is very close to the Port Royal Speedway. So during the offseason, they will be having a lot of work, moving their cars, moving their engines, moving all their shop stuff over to a new shop in Mifflintown, PA. Due to the fact that their crew chief, Ty Wolfgang, is from that area. Wolfgang wants to be closer to his house and closer to everything like that and have the cars there to work on them. Wolfgang will be the crew chief for Kerry Madsen next year. But the other portion of this that is very interesting is that Doug Rankin will be the car chief. If you don't know who that is the guy that was the crew chief for Kerry Madsen at the beginning portion of this year and with, for last year when he ran the Vermeer car as well. So at least Madsen will have that familiarity with Doug Rankin, and then they could, him and Ty Wolfgang can bounce ideas off of each other. Rankin's worked with Madsen before, and so I think that's a pretty good combination right there to have a guy that's had success with Kerry before on the team. You have Wolfgang, he's a young and up-and-coming crew chief. Right now, they do not have a tire guy. Carson Perkins has been the tire guy on the team for the last 2 years. He is no longer on the team, and so he has moved on to bigger and better things, so they will be looking for a tire specialist going into 2026. Now, I wanted to look at this as well, because in my opinion, Kerry Madsen has ran better in the Vermeer car than he did in any, I guess in any of the races that he ran with the Tony Stewart Racing 15. He was better in the 55 than he was the 15. At the beginning of this year, he ran second in back-to-back races against the Outlaws at Jackson Motorplex and at the Knoxville Raceway against a 55-60 car field at Knoxville. Madsen was second at Jackson, and second at Knoxville. He was seventh with High Limit Racing at the Eagle Nationals, another really stacked field there. And he was also seventh against the Outlaws again at the Knoxville Raceway. And he was also sixth with the Outlaws at the Eldora Speedway during the night before the Kings Royal. So you put all those numbers together, I would say the Knoxville races, the Eagle race, and Eldora, those are really, really good fields of cars, large fields of cars as well. And Kerry Madsen was in the top 5 or close to it several times driving this car. Now, if you look at his results briefly here from the Tony Stewart Racing side of things, his best run was a third with the Outlaws at Vado Speedway Park, a race that he led for a majority of the way, got passed by David Gravel, got passed by Logan Schuhart, I think, at the end, ended up on the podium. He was sixth with the Outlaws at Kern, seventh at Mississippi Thunder, and eighth at Paris Auto Speedway with the Outlaws. So, just looking briefly at his best runs, it looks to me like most of the good runs came in the Vermeer car as opposed to the 50 or the 15. And also, I got this written in my hand here. He had 17 races this year against either the Outlaws or High Limit in the 55, 6 top 10 runs. He had 22 races with the Outlaws in the 15 car, only 8 top 10s. So with 5 less races in the Vermeer car, he only had 2 less top 10 runs. And I don't know. To me, that seems like if he were to run 5 more races in the 55, more than likely he would get to at least 8 top 10s and be equal to the 15 car, right? So to me, the 55, it still has the speed. Kerry Madsen still has the speed. He was close to winning 2 races this year with the Outlaws in that machine. And so I think there's going to be some good things coming for them next year if everything goes smoothly, right? Now, what is Hunter Schuerenberg's next move is part of this equation as well. Obviously, it was a very, very tough season for Hunter Schuerenberg. One top 5 run in 56 starts. He missed 12 or 13 A-mains as well. It was a tough Rookie of the Year season for Schuerenberg, no doubt about that. But one car that I think could come to life here for him, he has ran it before. It is that Vermeer Motorsports number 19 car. Last year, they ran with Kevin Thomas Jr., a little bit with Hank Davis, and at the end of the year, they ran with Clinton Boyles. And as far as I know, Boyles is, from what I've been told, he has a new gig. He's moving to North Carolina. He's not going to be a sprint car crew chief anymore. I don't know if he'll be able to race at all. I just don't see it happening for him next year. If it does, maybe I'm way off on this, but I would not be shocked if Schuerenberg got back in the 50 or the 19 that he ran before. And also, there's a little bit of a weird, correlation there. As Boyles and Schuerenberg are related, they're cousins, I believe. And so maybe Boyles, he leaves the ride and says, "Hey, hybriders, let's put Schuerenberg back in the car or something." Obviously, he's ran it before. He had some success in it. He won a couple of races in it. And so I think that could happen again. We'll have to wait and see if that does come true or not. I'm just spitballing here, but that could be where Schuerenberg lands. Also, I would love to know what you guys think as far as what series would you like to see Kerry Madsen and Vermeer Motorsports run next year. Do you want to see him return to the Outlaws for the first time in 10 years, or do you want to see Kerry Madsen running with the High Limit Racing High Rollers? I don't know. It sounds like it's really up for debate right now. From what I was told, there was some interesting things happening at the World of Outlaws owners meeting, and so I'm not really sure what's going on there. I can't reveal all the details I was told, but Yeah, that's all I'm going to leave it at. But yeah, what series would you like to see them run next year? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, leave your thoughts on the move itself. Kerry Madsen going full time, Schuerenberg being let go. We'd love to hear all your thoughts down in that comment section below. Make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys again here soon on the Rodman Rundown.